dear. Today we will read about applied scope of psychology. मतलब the applied scope of psychology is there. In today class we will discuss. In previous class we discussed basic, and in this class we discuss about the applied. So in applied psychology, it is the various field of basic psychology to improve the quality of the human life. So various field like school, industry, hospital, consultancy, community. In this area, how we apply the new technique, or how we improve our quality of life, that is known as applied psychology. So applied psychology having 9 subfields. So first one is clinical psychology, second one is counseling psychology, third one is organizational psychology, fourth one is educational psychology, fifth is health psychology, sixth is environmental psychology, seventh is forensic psychology, eighth is sports and exercise psychology, and nine is psychology of a woman. So first point is clinical psychology. In the clinical psychology, clinically it deals with the evaluation, diagnosis and treatment of individual and psychological disorder. If any person having any psychological disorder, psychological illness, so first we assess the patient. After that we diagnose the patient, then we are providing treatment, then evaluate the patient, how come or how fast the patient is improving or not improving. So for that activity, how we assess, the assess is such as interviewing the client, or psychological testing such as questionnaire, short type, long type, or providing group or individual psychotherapy. According to, in this therapy we can assess the patient condition. So who all are the provide this kind of therapy, that is Nimans Bangalore, Central Institute of Psychiatric and Ranchi provide the training clinical psychology, that is known as clinical psychology. Second point is counseling psychology. In the counseling psychology, it usually work with somewhat different client, that providing assistance to people struggling with everyday problem of moderate to severity. Thus, they often engage in family, marital and career counseling. Means who all are the person need counseling. When day to day life they are not handling stress, they are not solve their own problem. So in that situation the person will need counseling. So that is known as counseling of psychology. Third point is organizational psychology. In the organizational psychology, it is an outgrowth of industrial psychology and also known as organizational behavior. So it is try to study and solve the different organizational problem for existing of the school, hospital, university, military, companies. These are the organizational. So in this we try to solve the problem of leadership, group conflict and conflict, different level of organization culture, organizational development. These all are things we try to solve. Means organizational psychology, if one in organization, one organization more people are there, different people having different opinion, different thought of process. So for that, how we solve the problem, what are the conflict will arouse, how we remove that conflict, and how we organize the all the cultural program, all the developmental program, that is known as organizational psychology. Then next is educational psychology. In the educational psychology, that it is mainly devoted to an understanding of the different aspect of the teaching learning process, which what kind of teaching learning process we are adopting, and it is the application of the principle, technique, method of the psychology of the teaching learning process. In the teaching learning process, what kind of words we are using, what kind of teaching we are providing to the student, how students are learning, how easily which study is effective for him, that is known as educational psychology. Next is health psychology. In health psychology, it is the field that studies the role of the psychological factor in the promotion of health and the prevention of illness. Means in this health psychology, we are counseling the client, we are counseling the individual person regarding how they maintain a healthy life, how they prevent illness, and how how it has the interest in relationship between stress and illness, and describe the interaction of biological, psychological, and social factor, how they are interconnected with them. And this model also known as biopsychosocial model, that is known as health psychology. Next point is environmental psychology. In the environmental psychology, the environmental psychology work in school, industrial, and government setting. So this design work environment and study the effect of crowding, noise, and air pollution on the behavior. So in this, how we environmentally, how we remove the conflict, how we solve the problem, how what like the conflict is arousing in a school, in a industry, in a government setting, in our society, how we handling them, how we provide counseling the people, and um, uh, uh, how we get a one team and one goal and work hard to achieve our goal, that is known as environmental psychology. Next is forensic psychology. In forensic psychology applies psychology to the legal system. If the forensic part is coming under the psychology, means forensic means it is a legal matter. So they include jury deliberation process and the best way to select the jury, and some forensic psychology train police to handle the domestic dispute, negotiate with the hostage taker. Means in this phase, means how the forensic, if any kind of forensic test if you are doing, normal people will not allow him to do the forensic test. If we are, this is a legal process, after the legal order also we should counseling them, we should give some knowledge regarding the forensic, why you are testing this, what is their benefit, what is their merits, demerits. For that the forensic psychology is there. Next point is sports and exercise psychology. In sports and exercise, this field applies psychology to athletic activity and exercise. So it considers the role of motivation and the social aspect of sports and physiological impact of training on muscle development. How any kind, if the person is having very interest on the sports activity, so if they are having any conflict, or they are having any kind of disturbance to not exercising day to day life, for that we need to encourage them to do their exercise properly and do their activity to more result, to more good result, that is known as sports and exercise psychology. Next point is women psychology. Women psychology, that it discuss the psychological factor and relating to women's behavior and development. So it is try to explain various issues like discrimination against women, structural difference between men and women, and the effect of hormone and behavior, and cause of violence against women. So this kind of behavior, this kind of abuse, if the women are facing, for that what we help the women, what in what type of help we are providing, women's behavior and development, how they improve their quality, and how the women will develop their behavior, for that it is needed. So for today that much. So if any doubt, please comment, and please like and subscribe my channel for more video. Thank you.